In a sleepy town, far away from the overwhelming chaos of the big city, lived a young man of 35 named David. His life was like a winding path, filled with sharp turns and unexpected abysses. For years he had managed to evade misfortune, but fate seemed determined to chase him down relentlessly. The first blow came with the crushing eruptness of a collapsing world. His long-term relationship, in which he had believed to have found the compass of his life, turned out to be nothing but an illusion. His life partner left him without a trace of warning, and he was left behind, overwhelmed by an all-consuming darkness that hung over him like a dark cloud. David felt abandoned, like a castaway on an unfamiliar, unhospitable shoreline, lost in a sea of painful memories. Before he could even begin to recover, a second, unrelenting hurricane struck. His loyal companion, Max, a dog who has been his shadow for 8 faithful years, departed this world suddenly and without any warning. Max, who had guided him through the darkest moments of his life, was no longer there. David mourned Max, his trusted companion who had followed him through life, like a shadowy presence that had suddenly vanished. And just when he thought he had reached rock bottom, fate struck him again, like a ruthless lightning bolt from the sky. His father, a wise man who had always been a source of strength and inspiration for him, passed away suddenly. It was as if the crown had been ripped from under David's feet, leaving him in a world where he had felt utterly alone and lost, a world that continued to test him mercilessly like a daunting labyrinth with no apparent way out. Yet David remembered the invaluable lessons his father had taught him, now shining as a bright beacon in the darkness of his life. His father had a passion for mountain climbing, and he often took David to the majestic mountains looming in the distance, like formidable giants touching the sky. There, amidst the rugged peaks and endless skies, his father imparted valuable life lessons, like stories from an ancient saga brought to life. The mountains, his father explained, were a perfect metaphor for life itself. They were impressive and challenging, like giants reaching for the heavens, but they also offered unparalleled beauty and rewards for those who had the courage to conquer them. David remembered how his father taught him to face every challenge in life with the mindset of a mountaineer, an adventurer determined to reach the summit, no matter the obstacles, for a rewarding life is earned through perseverance. "Look," his father said one day as they gazed at the majestic peaks, the air around them tingling with mystery. "Life will always throw mountains in your path, sometimes seemingly too high to climb. But remember, every mountain can be climbed. It begins with taking the first step, choosing a path and having the determination to persevere even when it gets tough." His father taught him that mountain climbers were always well prepared, their equipment gleaming as a symbol of determination. They needed the right gear and knowledge to reach the summit, and likewise in life, he said, we needed to prepare ourselves, improve our skills, and deploy the right tools to face challenges, for a rewarding life requires diligent preparation. But the most important lessons his father imparted was about resilience. It may take days, weeks, or even years to climb a mountain, his father explained, the words echoing in the thin mountain air. There will be moments when you're exhausted, when you doubt yourself, but you must never give up. The path to the top is rarely straight and easy, but the view from the summit makes everything worthwhile. For a rewarding life is the result of unwavering determination. The memories of those days in the mountains and the wise words of his father now became a source of strength for David, like a shimmering star in the nighttime sky. He began to understand that life was full of challenges and setbacks, but giving up was not an option. He discovered that he had the strength to persevere, to grow stronger with each obstacle that came his way, like a mountaineer determined to reach the summit. Despite the darkness closing in, for a rewarding life is born from resilience. In the aftermath of all his losses, David decided to rebuild his life step by step, like an adventurer exploring a new path. He rediscovered his passion and embraced new adventures like an explorer facing the unknown horizon. He found friendship and love in unexpected places, like treasures buried deep and waiting to be discovered, for a rewarding life is one enriched by meaningful relationships. David's story reminds us that life can be brutally hard, filled with pain and loss. But it also reminds us that even in the darkest moments, we can find the strength to persevere, to grow, and to flourish, like mountaineers conquering the highest peaks. It reminds us that giving up should never be an option, because behind the darkest clouds, somewhere the sun is always shining, and beyond every mountain, a stunning view awaits, for a rewarding life is the ultimate prize of resilience and determination.